Hello, my name is Wala Ahmad and I will be presenting to you about the various leadership concepts and theories that are applied in the Freedom Writers film. First, let's start with the synopsis. Freedom Writers is a story about an aspiring high school teacher who's assigned to teach at-risk youth from diverse backgrounds through an integration program at Woodrow High School in Long Beach, California. The main characters in this film are Miss Grewell, played by Hilary Swank, and Miss Campbell, played by Imelda Staunton. Both characters expressed many leadership styles, traits, behavior, and actions. Let's start with Miss Grewell. Her leadership traits are determination, integrity, and sociability. Despite the many challenges she faces as a new teacher, she is determined to aim high and succeed in her goals. For example, when she proposes new plans to better support her students by providing new books and class materials, she always gets rejected by her department head. However, she never gives up and finds other ways to meet her goals. She's the woman of integrity and sociability, where she built trust and confidence in the classroom and very supportive and sensitive to the students' life circumstances. Miss Grewell is definitely a transformational leader. She's very encouraging and works well with her students to ensure their success. Ms. Grewell demonstrates a strong human and conceptual skills, where she comes up with a creative idea of having students writing daily journals of their own lives in order for her to understand them and be able to help them succeed in school and beyond. The second character is Miss Campbell. She displays self-confidence trait. She is the department head. Though she sees herself in a higher level, she definitely lacks effective communication with her team, especially with Miss Grewell. She always sees herself in a position of seniority and strongly confident of any decisions she pursues, but she hardly agrees with anything that Miss Grewell brings up to her regarding her classroom and students. Her behavioral approach is impoverished management, where she is definitely not receptive and unconcerned about the at-risk students in room 203. She never cares about their education and well-being. She sees them as troublemakers but never took the opportunity to get to know them well and support them. The first scene, the library. This scene demonstrates the behavioral approach of both Miss Grewell and Miss Campbell, in which their behavior and actions speak louder than just words. Miss Grewell exemplifies the 9 and 9 style of team management leadership, where she is having a conversation with Miss Campbell, inquiring about possible books for her students to read that relates to class discussion, but Miss Campbell refuses her inquiry right away, arguing that the students' reading scores are low and that they will damage these books. Ms. Campbell displays authority compliance management, 9 and 1, where she's less concerned about the students' potential and more concerned about the quality of the books and the students' reading scores. When Ms. Grewell asked to speak to someone above her, Ms. Campbell felt degraded and said to her, "It's called site-based instruction. I have the authority to make these decisions." Ms. Grewell applies the situational approach, where she comes up with the line game. She divides her students in two large groups and asks them questions that may relate to their life experiences. For those with a yes answer, walks to the line in the middle of the room. Ms. Grewell realizes the majority of her students are dealing with so many personal issues affecting their education. Therefore, she comes up with a new lesson plan to better understand her students and support them. She asked her students to write a daily journal of their lives. Ms. Grewell definitely exemplifies supportive behavior, as she is working very diligently to support her students through their journal entries. She wants them to be successful in school and out there in the real world. In this scene, path goal theory is definitely applied. Ms. Grewell decides to have a conversation with the school's superintendent, Dr. Kahn, who demonstrates great listening skills and is very receptive to Ms. Growell's idea of an educational trip for her class to the Holocaust Museum, and then to have dinner with the Holocaust survivors. She wants to show her students the struggles and victory of the Holocaust survivors and how that may align with issues her students are dealing with in their daily lives. Dr. Kahn really understands the needs and motivations of Ms. Grewell. Therefore, he expresses supportive leadership. He is very approachable and in favor of helping others reach their goals. On the other hand, the head of department, Ms. Campbell, finds out about the meeting between Dr. Kahn and Ms. Grewell. She approaches Ms. Grewell and addresses what she heard about the class trip, gets very disappointed and walks away. Through her directive leadership approach, she only sets clear standards and rules without any further support, and gets frustrated and disappointed when they are not followed. In this scene, the students are asked to share stories about their current lives and what are their plans for the future. Ms. Grewell is a charismatic leader, where she goes above and beyond to support her students. Her personality characteristics are dominant, desire to influence others, self-confident, and demonstrate strong moral values. At the beginning of the activity, Ms. Grewell says to her students, "I want you to take one of these glasses of sparkling cider, and I want each of you to make a toast for change. And what that means is, from this moment on, every voice that told you you can't is silenced. Every reason that tells you things will never change disappears. And the person you were before this moment, that person's turn is over. Now it's your turn." In this scene, the students participate in an outdoor event to raise money to invite Meet Geese as a guest speaker, the woman who hid Anne Frank. Ms. Grewell is a servant leader, as identified in the North House book. Servant leaders put followers first, empower them, and help them develop their full personal capacities. She organizes this event to serve and lead her students to serving their community. The students seems to enjoy the event by serving fresh food, drinks, dancing to music, and engaging in random conversations with the community. Ms. Grewell demonstrates two behaviors of a servant leader: emotional healing and putting followers first. She helps her students recover and heal from their past situations, and they are always her number one priority in ensuring their happiness and success in life. Also, throughout the process of helping them, she wants them to know their why tool. As Sinek indicated in his book, Find Your Why, the why can help set a vision to inspire people. The why can guide us to act with purpose on purpose, and that's exactly what Ms. Grewell is doing. She's guiding and motivating them to become productive and constructive citizens in their communities and beyond. The leader-member exchange theory definitely applies in this scene. There's a meeting here where the Board of Education is trying to discuss and decide whether to allow Ms. Grewell to continue to teach her Room 203 students for their junior and senior years. Ms. Grewell is trying to explain to Ms. Karen Paul from the Board of Education that these students became family. Room 203 is home for them, and that their trust is all wrapped up in us being together as a group. But she gets interrupted by Ms. Campbell, the out-of-group administrator, saying once they are out of her class, believe me, they will slip back into their old habits. However, Ms. Karen jumped right on and said that their reading and writing scores has remarkably improved. In this case, Ms. Grewell is and has always been an in-group leader, where she tries everything she can to support her students. She goes above and beyond her work duties to see her students succeed. Most importantly, the Board of Education acknowledges Ms. Grewell's effort, determination, and successful results. The Board of Education discovers their why, the valuable change Ms. Grewell planted in her students. Therefore, they allow her to continue to teach her students for both junior and senior year. The issue. For the exception of Miss Grewell, I believe the main issue in this film is the silence of all the teachers and staff, not concerning at all about the behavior and actions of Miss Campbell, the department head. She practices the pseudo-transformational leadership. According to Northhouse book, pseudo-transformational leaders are self-consumed, exploitive, and very power-oriented. I believe such behavior is definitely threatening to the success of the students in room 203. If these students did not have Miss Grewell in their lives, who knows what will happen to them in their future. For someone to teach over 30 years like Miss Campbell and not concerned at all about the education and well-being of the high-risk students, it should be completely unacceptable in schools. In conclusion, Freedom Writers is a great story with lots of different leadership theories and practices. It demonstrates how leaders impact students in the world around them, whether in a negative or positive way. Those who are impacted in a positive way are most likely to succeed in life, like Miss Grewell's students. She helped transform them to better future leaders. Through her diligent guidance and support, they are now freedom writers. Thank you for listening.